have not updated all day, but it is day 4 of the Contemporary-A-Thon, and I listened to the audiobook of On the Come Up pretty much all day at work, and it says that I'm 63% of the way done with that, so I'll definitely finish it tomorrow at work. I just got home a little while ago. I made some dinner, which were these little like chicken sliders from Gardein. So they were like essentially tofu chicken sandwiches, and then some like noodles with this, I don't know if I would call it Asian, but like kind of Asian-y sauce. And now, as you saw just a second ago, I'm drinking chocolate milk in my new Halloween mug that I got at TJ Maxx, which I love so much. It's ginormous, but I don't drink coffee. I literally only buy mugs to drink chocolate milk out of, and when I say milk, I mean soy milk. I don't drink regular milk, but yeah, this is like one of my favorite purchases of this Halloween season so far. And like I said, when I start my October videos, I will show you guys my Halloween decorations in a full view. But yeah, I'm gonna start reading Dress Codes for Small Towns in a little bit, and I have to do a little bit of schoolwork, I think, but it shouldn't be too bad. I posted my days 1 through 3 vlogs on my channel earlier today, and I was trying to add music to some parts that, like, to a time lapse and some other things, and I just, like, I don't know, I couldn't get more than one audio clipped in the YouTube audio editor, and I couldn't figure out how to, like, download royalty-free music to my phone because I don't have like the iTunes app on my phone, so I think I have to get that to be able to download music to it. But so for the next vlogs, I'm gonna try to play with that a little bit more. And let's see what else is going on. I settled on 3 stars for The Way I Used to Be because like it was a fine book, but ultimately like I did not enjoy my reading experience, and I had some issues with it, so it was just fine. And so 3 stars for that one. I guess that's it for now. I will update again when I read later or if anything exciting happens. And yeah. Hi, it's me. I just spent the last hour making TikToks instead of reading, so who's winning the Contemporary-A-Thon? Probably not me. Anyway, I am now actually about to start reading Dress Codes for Small Towns. I'm reading it on my phone through Libby, and it's gonna be a great time, I think. So here's to hoping it goes well, because it's on my 5-star predictions, and if it's not 5 stars, then that's a sad time. But yeah, I am going to start reading. It's almost 8 o'clock right now. I have to shower later, so I'm probably gonna read for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then shower, and then read some more once I get to bed. I already did my school stuff that I needed to, so yay for that. But yeah, let's get to reading. Well, I got really sidetracked and I got on Twitter for a little bit, but I think I read for like almost an hour, and I am 56 pages into Dress Codes for Small Towns, and I am absolutely loving it. I don't know what it is, but I'm just really like connecting with it. I really like the art style, and I feel like I'm really gonna like the friend group as we learn more about them, and I don't know, I am really liking it, and so I'm excited to continue after I get out of the shower. But that's what I'm about to do, and I will update again before I fall asleep. So see y'all in a little bit. Hey guys, I just got out of the shower and I Still haven't read any more, but I thought I would do something kind of funny. Since most people introduce their real life pets during these vlogs, I thought that I would introduce you to some of my stuffed animals because I don't get to have my pets with me because it's really expensive to have pets in my apartment, and my dog is elderly and I don't think she would handle the move very well. So I'm going to introduce you to 3 of my stuffed animals that I have at my house. So first we have Remy. He's a little puppy dog that my mom got me for Valentine's Day a couple years ago, and he's nice and soft, and he hangs out on my TBR bookshelves. And then we have Carlos, my Triceratops. He is a Valentine's present from my best friend like 3 or 4 years ago, and I love him very, very much. He's not very soft, he's very like thick, honestly, but he's great, and I love him. And then finally, oh, and he also hangs out on my TBR shelves. And then finally, I'm going to introduce you to Louisa. She is my llama slash alpaca. She is literally so big. Let me see if I can show you better. I don't know if that's showing her scale. She doesn't stand on her legs very well, but she's so soft and cuddly. And this is another Valentine's present from my best friend because we just act as each other's permanent Valentines until either of us finds a significant other. So usually I get her orchids because she's a plant girl, and she just gives me whatever, which happens to be stuffed animals for the last 2 years, so, or 2 of the however many years we've been friends. I think it's 5 now. So anyways, that's my update. I'm about to lay down and read and then go to bed. So I probably won't actually like update how many pages I read before I fall asleep, but this is my signing off for day 4. Bye. Hi, happy day 5 of the Contemporary-A-Thon. I have not read a single thing today, and it is lunchtime, or I just ate lunch. I haven't listened to any more of On the Come Up at work because I was catching up on vlogs and stuff, like watching them, and it was a good time, so I'm not upset about it. And I only have like 3 hours on the audiobook, and I listened on 1.5 times speed, so I'll be able to finish it this afternoon. And then I read to page 77 of Dress Codes for Small Towns last night, and I'm still really, really enjoying it, so I will definitely read more of that tonight. I also really need to read for one of my classes tonight, so I don't know how much I'll get done, but since I only have 3 books on my TBR, and I'm gonna have finished the second one today, by the time I get home from work, I'm doing fine. I have 2 more days left to read Dress Codes, like to finish it. And I've been thinking about adding Giant Days Volume 2 to my TBR just for the heck of it, because I've been wanting to read it. I don't even know if it would fulfill any of the challenges, but we'll see how I'm feeling. So yeah. Also, before I came home from work, I was watching a tarot card reading on YouTube because I just finished reading the Raven Cycle series, and there's like psychics and they do tarot readings a lot. So I've been curious about tarot for a really long time. I've never had a reading done before, so I watched a video based on my zodiac sign, which is Cancer, and I heard Kat from Paperback Dreams talk about doing those YouTube zodiac sign readings, and like it was scarily accurate, and I mean, you can like interpret it and take the meanings to heart, like however you interpret it to be, but it just like it was very uplifting reading, and it was like hopeful, and I don't know, I really enjoyed watching it, and it was like a monthly one, so it was like for October, like what's supposed to happen, or like what kind of feelings are gonna be happening in October. And I don't know, it just got me excited for next month, and October starts in 3 days, which is so exciting. But yeah, I don't know, it's fun. I'll probably keep watching them each month and just see how I feel about it, and it was cool. So I will talk to you guys when I get home from work. Bye. Hi friends, I am making some cookies. The dough is already made. I had it frozen, so I'm just gonna like slice it up and put it in the oven. But I just wanted to check in because I did finish on the come up, and I literally finished it like in my car after work right before I came inside. And I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I did not like it as much as The Hate You Give, but that's okay. They're not the same thing, and I think I just didn't connect with the references in this one as much. Like in The Hate You Give, there were a lot of like Harry Potter references and things like that, and this one was more like Star Wars references, and that doesn't really have anything to do with like the value of the story or anything, because I think it was a really great story. I think it has it talked about a lot of really good important topics, and I really like the main character Bree's growth throughout the story, and that the book wasn't afraid to show that she isn't perfect. I really appreciated that. But now I've finished 2 reads for the Contemporary-A-Thon, and all I have left from my TBR technically is finishing Dress Codes for Small Towns, and I think I'll be able to do that tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna read tonight obviously, but I think I'll be able to complete it tomorrow. And I do have work from noon to 5 tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna go stay the night at my best friend's parents' house because they're like my second family, and they've been asking me to stay the night with them for a while, and I go there most weekends to do laundry anyways, and so I think I'm gonna stay the night at their house tomorrow, and that means I won't be able to get as much reading done, but that's okay because I'm already finished with 2 of my books, and we still have 2 days left of the readathon after today. So that's what's going on right now, or that's the plans for today and tomorrow. Like I said earlier, I have to do some reading for school, and I don't have to do that today, but and honestly I will probably end up doing it tomorrow at work, but if I could get it done early, that would be nice. And I've also been planning out my October like spooky season videos, because if I haven't mentioned it once, I'll probably mention it 1,000 times on my channel. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I'm obsessed with Halloween. I always say that I don't love like spooky stuff. I like spoopy stuff, and hopefully you know the difference. But if not, I don't like scary movies really, and I don't like to go to haunted houses, but I like they're not characters, but like I love ghosts and bats and like all the images that people think of when they think of Halloween. And I love decorating for Halloween, and I have some fun ideas for the month. And I think one of the things that's like the biggest thing, this will be my 3rd year to do it. I wear a different Halloween or like fall outfit every single day of October. So I'm gonna do something to incorporate that and reading into like some vlogs. I think I'm gonna like do weekly reading vlogs for the whole month of October and incorporate my outfits with reading somehow. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to share that with everybody, and hopefully it goes over well and it's as fun as I think it's gonna be. Thankfully my boss, my direct supervisor and my big boss are totally fine with me wearing silly like Halloween shirts and whatever to work every day. I did it last year and it was a lot of fun. Everybody in the library came and like tried to see what I was wearing every day, so it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to do it again. But yeah, I'm about to put these cookies in the oven, and I will probably, like, knowing myself, probably just watch TikToks while they bake. But until I read something, oh gosh, I almost stabbed myself. I will talk to you guys later. So I'm just finished the first part of Dress Codes for Small Towns. So I'm 145 pages in, and I'm still loving it. It's so great. I love the friendship dynamic between all of them, and I just love like the story, and I love the writing as well. And you can just see I have this goofy grin, and it's just, I love it. And I hope that I end up still loving it at the end and giving it 5 stars. But yeah, that's my update for now. I kind of like, I had a headache for a while, and I still kind of do, and like my eyes are very tired, and I think it's like 9:15, 9:20, something like that. And so I don't know if I'll read anymore tonight, because I just like, I don't know, my eyes feel very dried out and tired, and I'm reading on my phone, so that doesn't help at all. I painted my nails earlier. Don't look too closely at them because they're not very good, but I did this one like a little purpley blue color. You can't tell very well because I wanted to do like one different one, but I don't think I like it, so I'll probably take it off and paint it black as well. But as the song, no, that's not what I wanted to say. I just really like having black fingernail polish on, and I haven't had my nails painted in a while, so I just decided to do it. And I did it pretty early, hoping that none of them would get messed up while I sleep. So fingers crossed that none of them get creases or anything when I go to bed, because that's like the bane of my existence. But anywho, I didn't end up reading for class because I have a headache and I just didn't feel like it. So I'll do that at work tomorrow and probably finish dress codes tomorrow as well. And then I'll be done with my TBR. And I don't know if I will pick up anything else. Like I said earlier, I might read Giant Days Volume 2 just for funsies. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hi friends, good morning. It's day 6 of the Contemporary-A-Thon. It's about 8:20 in the morning. I am about to make breakfast and I wanted to show you guys because it's a really fun breakfast. If you've never heard of dinosaur egg oatmeal, you're missing out because it has these little eggs in it, and then when you heat it up, they crack into little dinosaurs. So I'm gonna show you guys, and it has like trivia and jokes on it. It says, what do you call a Tyrannosaurus Rex who knows a lot of words? A Thesaurus Rex. So it's like a cute little kid, you know, trivia and jokes and stuff. I'm just gonna pour them into the bowl here. And you can just like, whenever you do this, if you do it in the microwave, you either put 2/3 cup of water or 2/3 cup of milk in it. And I'm gonna do soy milk. And usually you would just like dump that in there and put it in the microwave without doing anything. But I like to pull the little eggs out of the oatmeal and then put them in after it's done microwaving and stirred up. That way you can actually like see the dinosaurs hatching. Because when you do it without like taking them out, it makes them like hatch and kind of shrivel up. So this is what the little eggs look like. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just like a bunch of sugar. So I just set those aside on the package that it came in. I feel like they usually come with about 10 or so eggs in there, and it's always fun to like hunt for them in your oatmeal. I didn't end up reading any more last night. Like I mentioned, my head was hurting and my eyeballs were hurting, so I just went and laid down and went to bed relatively early for the weekend because I do have to work from 12 to 5 today. And but I think I'll be able to finish dress codes for small towns today. And I'll probably, like I mentioned, I'm gonna go over to my best friend's parents' house today after work, and I'll probably take Giant Days Volume 2. Okay, I think I got all of them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I was exactly right. Okay, and then we need our milk. Is that right? Oh. Well, if it's not, then oh well. We'll try again. Show you guys when it's done what the dinosaurs look like. Okay, so here are the little eggies on the pouch that came in. I'm pretty sure I'd like goofed up the oatmeal. It's very soupy, but I did what it said on the package, so I'm gonna dump those guys in there, and then you'll see as they get stirred around, the heat makes them come out of their little eggs. This is kind of hard to do one-handed. See, there's a little T-Rex, and there's a little Stegosaurus, and let's see. Oh, I think that's a Triceratops, but it's kind of got oatmeal on it. Yeah, that's a Triceratops. But anywho, that's my fun little dinosaur egg oatmeal breakfast. Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood loser here to tell you that I have not read a single page today. Love that for me. But truly, I just got home from work. I did read some of my school stuff that I needed to, so that's good. I have like I don't know, some more to read in one of my books, but I'm actually not going to be going to my friend's parents' house tonight because my friend's mom just had surgery on her knee, and it ended up being worse. Like, the problem ended up being worse than they thought it was going to, so they had to do more, and she's in a lot of pain, so she asked me not to come over tonight, but I might be going over there tomorrow. But anywho, I just wanted to check in, let you guys know I'm home from work. And I have, let me see if I can show you. I have fried rice for dinner, so I'm very excited about that. And I'm gonna watch some TV, probably an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then I will, I don't know what, probably read for school first, and then read for Contemporary-A-Thon, but who knows? We'll see what happens. Hi there, I just got to page 205 of Dress Codes for Small Towns, and so I have 130 pages left. I did not read very much today, but that's okay, because I was, I still have tomorrow to read. Oh goodness. And I'm just a very sleepy girl, and I don't really feel like reading anymore. Reading on my phone is just hard. I don't like reading on my phone. But I don't have the physical copy, so that's what I gotta work with. But I'm sure that I'll finish it tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna go to bed soon. It's almost 10 o'clock. I almost finished with my reading for school. I have like 2 more short chapters to read, and I have to do some discussion posts tomorrow, and I need to write a paper before Tuesday, but it's fine. We're fine. Everything is gonna be okay. But I didn't have very much content today because I had to work a weird, like 12 to 5 is a weird shift. You guys like my eye makeup? I used, I don't even know what Morphe palette this is. I want to say 35M for some reason, but I don't think that's right. Oh no, my eye is leaking. I used like 2 different green shades, and then this is supposed to be purple, but it looks very black, and like this has purple sparkles in it, you can see. I think it's fun, but anywho, I wore like this all black witchy outfit with some booties and socks today, and I got equal amounts of strange looks and compliments at work, so I'm fine with that. But anyways, that's all for today. Tomorrow's the last day of Contemporary-A-Thon, so I've gotta finish things up. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Good morning on the last day of Contemporary-A-Thon. It is almost 11 a.m. and I just finished Dress Codes for Small Towns. Yay! It was so good. I loved it. Easy 5 stars. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself now that I'm done. I still have stuff to do for school, and I'm going to my friend's parents' house later, so I may not read anything else, but I will do a wrap-up clip and talk about my final thoughts for the 3 things that I read. And I just wanted to jump on here really quick and let y'all know that I did finish that, and it was so good. I'm so glad I finally read it, and I really connected to the story in ways I can't really talk about, but just it touched my heart, and I don't know. I don't have words that are like good. Coherent is the word I was looking for. But I'll talk about it more in my Contemporary-A-Thon wrap up, and if I read anything else, I will let you guys know. Alright, it's time to wrap up Contemporary-A-Thon round 5, and it's kind of early still in the day. It's like almost 1:30 in the afternoon, but I finished my 3 books that were on my TBR, and I have other things I need to do, so I'm just gonna wrap things up so I can get this video posted either tonight or in the morning, and we'll be good and call it quits. And yeah, so I read 3 things. I read The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. I ended up giving this book 3 stars. It was my first read. It met the challenges of a dark or hard-hitting contemporary, a book with a plant on the cover, a book with yellow on the cover. I think those are the 3 that it hit for this one. And this is about a girl named Eden who was raped by her brother's best friend, and he tells her that if she tells anybody, he will kill her, so she keeps it to herself. And while she's holding in the secret, she changes a lot to try to repress what has happened to her. So there are obvious trigger warnings in this for rape, for substance abuse, for both, well, mostly just alcohol, but there is a little bit of drug use, I think. Let's see. There's just like general abuse warnings, like for emotional abuse. The problems I had with this are that, one, there's a little bit of fat phobia in this book. 2, Eden, the main character, lies to at least 15 different guys about how old she is, and has sex with them. And so obviously it runs into the issue of having sex with a minor and being legal and things like that, which at one point it kind of gets addressed, and but it kind of goes back on it. This book did go by really fast. I can't say that I enjoyed it because it was a really difficult story, and there were times where I just felt like I needed to like close it and put it down for a little bit, but ultimately it has good discussion, I think. I'm not keen on the mental health discussion, or rather like the lack thereof, because there's not that much discussion on like why Eden is holding these thoughts in and the trauma that she's dealing with, and like discussion of other characters that are going through problematic things. And so, but that like there are, like they do talk about stuff, and so it's not just like something happens and then it goes unaddressed for most of this book. So it was like fine. It's not my favorite hard-hitting contemporary, but 3 stars to this one. Then I read On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. This book is about Bree, who wants to be a rapper, and her father was a famous underground rapper who was murdered, and people keep comparing her to him, and she kind of wants to make her own way, and so she releases a single, and it comes off as very controversial to like white people in the community, gangs in the community, and like school representatives, and so she has to kind of fight against that and prove that she's trying to make a message that she's not going to fall into the stereotypes that people assume of her. And I really liked it. I listened to the audiobook, and like I think it's narrated by the same author or the same audiobook narrator that did The Hate You Give. I could be wrong on that, but I really liked the audiobook narrator for this book. And I really liked the friendships in this book. I really liked the pop culture references. And I think I mentioned in my vlogs earlier that I didn't like this one as much as The Hate You Give, because in The Hate You Give there are references to like Harry Potter, whereas in this one it's more Star Wars related, and I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but that doesn't really take away from the story. But I really like the discussions that were given in this book. Trigger warnings for gang violence, poverty, for like difficult housing situations and family struggles, death of a parent, which isn't like super talked about, but it is mentioned. And I think that's the main ones, but I did enjoy it. It's a really good book, and so I gave it 4 stars, and I will definitely read more of Angie Thomas's books. This one met the challenges of a 2019 release and a diverse contemporary for me. And finally, I finished it this morning. I read Dress Codes for Small Towns by Courtney Stevens, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. This is about a girl named Billy who has a group of friends that she calls the Hexagon, and her father is a pastor, and they end up setting their youth room on fire on accident, and her dad gets into a lot of not trouble, but like the deacons and members of the church community in their small town are really upset by the pastor allowing these kids to be in this room by themselves and end up setting it on fire and whatever. So they have to deal with that. And then there's also a subplot about saving their town's harvest festival. And I just loved the friendship groups. And I mentioned earlier that I connect to this story in ways that I can't really talk about, but it really hit my heart, and I connected with Billy especially. And I love the discussion of like small town with religious aspects and like friendship groups and like camaraderie and stuff like that. So that one met the challenges of illustrated cover and highly recommended by another YouTuber. And so it was so good. So I'm really, really glad that I finally read it, and because that's been one that I've been wanting to read for a long time. And yeah, I think that's everything. That's my wrap up for Contemporary-A-Thon. I am not going to read anything else for Contemporary-A-Thon because I have to do grad school work, which that's a bummer, but it has to be done so I can become a librarian, like my dream. So anywho, I think that's everything. comment below how you did on your Contemporary-A-Thon, and if you read anything good, if you rated anything 5 stars, and comment if you're ready for October to start and ready for spooky season, because this girl is. And yeah, also I wanted to mention that I have been loving wearing eye makeup, like eyeshadow that makes me look like a feral animal recently. Like, I've been loving red. Let me see if I can show you guys closer. Yeah, so here's to me. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.